Sarah Calderini is the new executive director of the Ann Arbor Symphony Orchestra. I've really noticed the growth of the Ann Arbor Symphony Orchestra in this past decade, especially the increased outreach and the many places that the orchestra has taken its music and its culture beyond, even the beautiful concert stages at Hill Auditorium and the Michigan Theater. What's in the plans in that area?
I think we are all kind of chomping at the bit to be back at the farmers markets, for one thing. And I think these gifts that we can give back to the community of sort of these free and serendipitous moments of happening upon, an ensemble while you're buying your produce. We've started to expand a new program into the Ann Arbor Public Schools called My Song. And it's a way to reach kids in a much more intimate way in terms of, the groups are smaller, but teaching kids sort of the principles of music as a complement to their music education in the classroom, and helping them realize that they can be musicians and they can be creators. And we're really looking forward to expanding that. And that's a whole new program. But when we can get the kids back in Hill Auditorium, sitting there and with the Ann Arbor Symphony, with these incredible musicians, inspiring and reaching and interacting and engaging with them in that way, we can't wait for that. We're so honored and privileged to have these opportunities for touch points with beyond the stage, as you say, and engaging with people in such meaningful ways. And we're continuing to explore some new program offerings in that avenue, and we'll have to leave it at that for now and stay tuned for some exciting stuff.
Now it is a very important period in the history of the Ann Arbor Symphony Orchestra when you're in the midst of a new music director search. What's kind of the talk, if you can kind of pull the curtain back a little bit and let us have a peek inside of your view and maybe others you're talking with of what makes a great music director for the A2SO?
It has forced us to do a lot of soul searching about who we are, where we've been, who we want to be moving forward, and how do we identify that in a music director. It's got to be someone who is willing to perhaps broaden the repertoire to new artists, to underrepresented composers, continue to make the investment in the old masters, but helping to broaden our audience by introducing some new complementary works. And we really believe, rising tide lifts all ships. And as an organization and an entity, we've got to be committed to being more accessible, to creating impact in meaningful ways. And that includes our current audience as well as new audience members that don't yet even know about us.
How large a part in the music and the program planning process do you think your new music director will be able to have? Because, you're auditioning during these concerts during the season, and presumably somewhere towards the end of the season, it'll be time to decide. So where does the music director then jump on that speeding train?
Next season will be mostly planned, and already mostly is. And I'm really excited about it. So whoever ends up joining us in the fall will have some impact on next. We're leaving enough room for them to put enough of their stamp on it, but we can't possibly wait, just from a production standpoint, a planning standpoint. Moving forward, that of course will be, one of their primary responsibilities is to continue to propel the repertoire forward again. And I say it in meaningful and inclusive ways. So I'm really excited. I'm so long on a bright future for this orchestra. It's a really magical group of people doing really wonderful things.
We're always in a mood of excitement to hear what's going to be on next. So what's next?
We have a really exciting spring planned. April brings a music director candidate, Earl Lee, for Tchaikovsky 4, and a fabulous piece by Carlos Simon. We can't get enough of him, speaking of contemporary composers. And then all the way into May, which is a long, long season for the Ann Arbor Symphony typically, is Andreas Delfs, and with Beethoven Violin Concerto, featuring our own concertmaster, and Dvořák number 6. which will be really fabulous. And I don't know anybody who doesn't love Dvořák, and it's a wonderful way to end the season. So we're looking forward to it, and I hope people will join us.
Sarah Calderini is Executive Director of the Ann Arbor Symphony Orchestra. Sarah, best of luck in the music director search, and best of luck in your role leading the orchestra through the rest of the season and into next year.
Thank you so much. It's so exciting, and I hope to see you all at the symphony.